fed up of this question, have you qualified CSIR net? Are you still in dilemma, what is CSIR net? Yes, then you are at the right platform. We are going to discuss about the same in this episode. So, let's get into the video. Everyone, I'm Anukampa Pandey and welcome back to your channel Life Science Gyan. In this episode, I'm going to share the answers of few questions, and those questions are: what is CSIR net? What is the difference between the net and JRF? What are the eligibility criteria to apply for this examination? And what is the application of qualifying this examination? So, let's get started. Talking about the first question that I came across is, what is CSIR net? So basically, this CSIR is an organization which is one of the premier organization in India, which is basically concerned with research and development, and it conducts this examination, which is the national eligibility test. That is why this examination is named as CSIR net. Now, I hope this will help in understanding what it is. Let's understand the second question, that is, what is the difference between the CSIR net LS or CSIR net JRF? So let's segregate this CSIR from this net LS and JRF. So as you are now aware of the CSIR, that it's just an organization which is conducting the examination or which will provide you the fellowship for your PhD if you will qualify the exam. So now understand that what do you mean by net LS and JRF. If you will apply and you will qualify for the lecturership, that is net LS, then you will be eligible for teaching. You can teach in any of the public and private sector after qualifying this net lecture. And the certificate for qualifying net lecturership is valid for the lifetime. You can also go for any kind of project which is funded by the governmental organizations if you have qualified CSIR net LS. But if you have qualified CSIR net JRF, then you are eligible for the lecturership, for the project assistant job, as well as you can also pursue your PhD. And in that tenure of PhD, you will be financially supported by this organization. Now, coming on the third question that generally asked by the students is, what is the eligibility criteria? So the first and foremost eligibility criteria for qualifying net is you need to be an Indian citizen. And the educational qualifications that are required to apply for this examination is you need to have either completed your B Pharma or BE or BTech or MSc or MBBS. Or if you are having an integrated BS MS course, then you must have completed these courses with at least 55% of marks. But there is a relaxation of 5% marks for the reserve candidates. Moreover, if you are pursuing MSc and you want to apply for this examination, then you can. But the thing is, you have to apply for another application where you have to show that your results are awaited and it should be sealed and signed by the institution where you are pursuing that course. The next very much important thing is the areas where these exams are conducted. So if you are from the chemical science background, if you are from the physical science background, earth science, mathematical science and life science, then you can apply for this examination. The next very important thing is the age criteria. So I would like to tell you that if you want to qualify net LS, that is lecturership, then there is no age limit. But if you want to qualify for the fellowship, then you have to be of 28 years if you are from general category. But if you are female, either from the general category or any of the category, and if you are PWD or you belong to SC/ST category, then there is a relaxation of 5 years. Means you can apply for net JRF till 33 years of age. If you are from OBC category, then you can apply for it till 31 years of age. So that was all about the relaxation in the age and the age limit criteria. Qualified the JRF, then within the 2 year of duration after qualifying JRF, you can apply in any of the institution or universities for PhD, and if you will get selected in that institution within the 2 years of the tenure, then you will be able to grab this opportunity of the fellowship or financial support from the organization. But if you are unable to get selected in any of the university, then it is non-extendable. They will not extend your JRF. But your LS is for lifetime, so you can go for teaching in any of the private or public sector. So this was all about this episode where I discussed about what is CSIR NEET, why this exam is there, what are the eligibility criteria, means who all can appear for this examination, and what are the applications of qualifying this examination. I'm sure this video is going to help you out a lot. If you like this video and you want to know more about CSIR NET, do write that in the comment section. I will try to upload more videos on the same regarding the syllabus of the CSIR Life Sciences NET examination, the cutoffs, the pattern of the examination, and many other things. So do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. Bye bye.